still hate me. Ah, just like old times. Ottomans saying we want our Jaffa cakes. Speaking of which, how is my aggressive expansion looking? To trickle away a bit more. Demi cannon, please. Drill, please. Get to non-attritionist land, please. Signed, okay. Good enough. You must be fairly drilled. Yeah, let's stop you drilling. You some drill underneath you. Underneath you? Let's pretend I never said that. So the time is really drawing near for the Ottomans. Thing is, I don't know if I want to run into them solo and head on. Particularly when all their allies would join in. Not that any of them are particularly irksome. Transoxiana. There is them. Russia are like us. Do have a slot for them. Start building up those favours so we can throw them at the Ottomans. Throw them at the Ottomans we shall. France would also join in because we have 1,000,000,001 favours with them. Very high level of... No, they wouldn't. Ah, distant war. Well, don't I look foolish. I'm sure we can get around that somehow. I mean, if nothing else, we can just let the Ottomans continue to expand a bit and... France... Hold the phone here. Did you not just pay off Savoy's debt? Wonder if they're going for the vassalization strategy. Well, at least if Ottoman comes knocking at my door, we'll have an answer for them in the form of French and Prussian marines, and our own fine Aragonese men as well. It's this small navy over here. Oh yeah, and Portugal. Can't forget about you. Jeez, we are getting pretty power converted here. Too well. Asian looking. Yeah. Thought I had a bit more of a surplus there. Why are we rooting out corruption? Unbalanced research, that's why. Well, sort that out. Who wants Condottieri? Shervan and Pima? Nope. The Protestant League are winning the League War quite handily, and when you look at the sides involved here, there's no contest here. Although Muscovy, you think, would have contributed a wee bit more, but Guilty is okay. No, they've gone for Sweden. Right, aggressive expansion. He must have really gone here. Much. Point in going for Venice while Austria are occupying that anyway. This is guaranteed by Ethiopia. That's precious. My armies have just been sitting around doing nothing. Let's put them to use here. Not going to exploit everyone burning their armies in Germany. I'm really focused on the coastline here. I don't want anything more from this run than the achievement Mare Nostrum, which we're actually halfway there. We're halfway there now. I really don't want to exploit Europe at all. I want Europe to be strong and push back against the Ottomans. Me killing anyone in Europe is not really furthering my own interests. Lovely. We'll get those improved relations though, because we no longer need the dip rep. Funny that. The Ottomans didn't join the Protestant League, no. They were far too sensible. The Ottomans have been playing their hand pretty well. It has to be said. You ever seen an Ottoman push this far into Europe without incurring huge coalitions? I think they triggered a coalition once. Austria, Venice, and Lithuania from memory, and a whole bunch of other minor ones. They fought that coalition and won. Since then, there's been no real resistance to them. Got a hand to them. They've played their hand well. If I were them, the only thing I might have done different would have been to attack me when I was not that strong. But that would have distracted them from Europe, so what do I know? Amux, let's go for you before Ethiopia changes their mind. All your friends will join in, but really... Iran, can't see how big they are, but looking at that coastline, they're not that big. Yeah, everything up to Hungary. Up to and including Hungary here. I thought once they had a border with Brandenburg they would stop, but that doesn't seem to have slowed them down. Hey ho. Like I say, I look forward to a good fight. This. A bit more sensible about this. That's fine. Ah, it's Cyprus that's giving them their port, of course. They want to pull any of the drilling armies for that, but why not? Why not indeed? Let's go and take Cyprus. Their mission tree gives them claims up to Vienna. Yeah, see, this is what I'm getting at with all the chat of mission trees and whatnot. It's like you're a huge nation. You have some really good ideas. You don't need any help, but yet you get it. Rex did not last long. Don't need this huge stack. It's not. Let's leave it home and half of you. Swap generals as well. Helps if I put that on the right stack, doesn't it? Obviously, I know what I'm doing. Vaguely. Maybe. Stopped you drilling as well, didn't it? They cut them off from Alexandria. Yeah, that was quite deliberate. When I saw them coming down this way, it was a case of let's take this line of provinces I have no claims on, just to advancement, because I could quite. I mean, there would have been no stopping them. They'd have just spread all the way. Our stack wipe. But hey ho. Catch them. Mercs exist to sacrifice themselves for the good of the nation. Remember about the other belligerents in this war. That being the case, let's split. Speed 4 because we'll be horrendously inefficient. Pathetic numbers, really. Again, we are making huge buckets of cash, so 800 is not that. Protestantism is the dominant faith. Maybe Albrecht the First of Alsace will defend Europe from the mighty Ottomans. Breath, though. Not going to forget about my brave soldiers. Put up 6,000 cannons on a boat and then forget about them. Austria is now considered a great power. How? Oh, did they eat some of Venice, maybe? Did that. Yeah, they took that from... Very odd set of truces there. Latin Bosnia. Oh, I see, of course. Austria, that's what confused me. Austria led the Protestant League. Why didn't I remember that? Our truce with Venice has ended. Do something about that. Meeting here. Yeah, the Catholic League lost the war. Weisbrot. Although they had Muscovy on their side, Muscovy I don't think could do a heck of a lot against Sweden, Prussia, Austria, and a bit more. Ah, you fell. Lovely. That being the case, get down there. I even want here. Flames, really. Yeah, funnily enough, the world does not like that. I limit myself to this. It's only the Mamluks and the Ottomans. Bit of a waste, though. I can always come back for more. Cyprus as well. We have a heavy. Some galleys as well. Well, I still think you lose. Or pasting a few of my cogs right enough. Is what it is. It's a few more cogs than I was expecting to lose. Well. Stay there. Well, marriage from Prussia, why not? Legitimacy, but Good stuff. Portugal. Good to see you. Oh, jeez. Caribas. Good to see you. You've come a long way to take part here. Portuguese Mexico. Wanna not lose all your land here? Fortunately. Yeah, go Diplo. That's an option. I kind of wanted to go trade. Yeah. Any of these would be fine, to be honest. Jeez, Portuguese Mexico. Suck. Word. Bit unfortunate that I can't reconquest for their cores. Do wonder. And unfortunately, Portugal don't have access to that either because they are the junior partner. Hey, Jacketman, good to see you back. We're just slapping Lux because we can. Some more permanent claims that the game is generous enough to give me. Venetia Estate preemptively. War with Vince. Yeah. Aggressive expansion is all, not quite all but gone, but close enough too. Sorry, I had to watch a South Park episode. Hey, you don't need to apologise for watching South Park. Something that merits an apology. We're just killing some people that can't do terribly much about it. France, you are really, really trying to vassalize Savoy here. They should really accept. But can the Mamluks build troops on land that I have occupied? No, they cannot. They cannot. They can, Ah, Iran. See, when I said they couldn't resist, I... not bargain for that. Nice, actually. Gives me something to fight. They can now build troops on these lands that they've reoccupied, though. Oh yes, they can. Don't worry, though, because even though there's some reasonably high numbers here, that will not. It'll not bother us. Yeah, they run and scatter. Throw Caribus at them. Like I said, nothing to worry about. Although that capital falling would be something to worry about. Nah, no problem. We take that, a small coalition forms, but really, who's keeping score? We'll come back for Cyprus at another point. Gets that done. If you win the war, why don't you just take the entire country? You're limited to what you can take in a number of respects. You're limited by war score. So say I declared war on the Ottomans and completely pasted them, full occupation of them and their allies, and completely destroyed their army and their navy, and they had nothing. It would still take 10 wars to fully annex the country, because you can only take a certain amount percentage-wise based on your war score. The other limiter, broadly speaking, is aggressive expansion, which we've discussed before. Is a modifier of what countries think about your your aggressive expansion. And if you take lots of land willy-nilly without managing that, lots of countries that are near you will get pissed off and decide that they don't want you doing that. I mean, if you can beat them, that's not a problem. It's more of a soft limit than the hard limit that the province war score cost is. You can get other things that will modify your aggressive expansion and your province war score cost as well, actually. I think. Score cost versus other religions. I'm not entirely sure how that works exactly, whether it's a flat reduction or or the percentage that it says there, but yes. The game, for balance reasons, basically stops you from just saying, I want everything. The other soft limit is overextension. You take a lot of land, your ability to administer it, being the justification, becomes stretched, and oh, Portugal are Pope, lovely. Oh, that is not lovely though. Russia and France are rivals. Fortunate. Yes, your ability to administer the land becomes taxed, and so if you go above 100% overextension, bad things start to happen to your country. As well as overextension in and of itself pushing up unrest and pushing down diplomatic reputation. Select quartering of troops, because we will be paying a fair amount for our army at this point. Save us 5 ducats a month. Yeah, why not? These bribes get ever more painful. One more, really. Autonomy will drift away in Corsica. Changes by 0.25 each month. That'll be away in, see, 40 months. Assuming I don't go to war, which I am about to. Oh yes, rooting out corruption will cost us a fair amount until that disappears. That'll disappear right away, and once again we're back to making loads of money a clock. Oh, hello, Fizani separatists. Seeing you here. Fizani separatists. I don't even know if Fizan has a. Oh, it does. Huh. That will. Will that refresh the core there? That'll disappear eventually. Right, Venice, who are your allies? The Knights in Bohemia. Bohemia. Funnily enough, I'm not that worried about Bohemia. Right. We're on the 3-hour mark here. This is a little bit longer than I normally stream this, but because I didn't stream yesterday, I wanted to do a little bit extra. Take a break there because my concentration is starting to droop. Like power projection. Take care of that before I forget, because I will no doubt forget when I come back. Does insult Britain. Great Britain, when the account of our time is written by future generations, they will look at you with that mix of pity and disgust called compassion. That makes France like us a bit more. That keeps our power projection above 50 for that sweet, sweet extra monarch point. Still in a regency, actually. We are for a few more years, and then Estrella comes to power. But that'll happen next time. Order of battle will be Venice on the chopping block first. Limited by aggressive expansion, Ottomans will be pissed off one way or the other, but I'd quite like to at least get these two, if not maybe Venice as well. I'll either go for Venice, that'll be heavy in the aggressive expansion, so I may go down the coast a bit more, so that I have two ways into the Ottomans. Venice first, then I can't put off fighting the Ottomans for that much longer. Yeah. I might also have a think about pasting Morocco as well. To that end, I'm going to build a spy network for next time, because I'm sick of them raiding my coasts. Yeah, but that's the state of play now. Aragon is looking pretty mighty. Pretty mighty in the army sense and in the navy sense as well. Not quite there yet though, we are just over the halfway point. Next time, Venice, maybe Ottomans. To all those who came along, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.